Okay, you all. So I'm back. We are going to talk about the second assignment of today. So you're only using exponent rules with multiplication and division. However, on this practice sheet, you do probably see numbers in front of the variables, which is normal, but we do need to talk about how we do these things. So I'm going to go ahead and do number 4. Okay, number 4 on this assignment. So that's 2a to the third times 3a times a squared. So the main thing that I want you might want to write this down, okay, because it's not the most crystal thing in the world, crystal clear thing in the world. So if you want to write this down, go ahead and do that. Your numbers, so 2, 3, and 1 here. Okay, remember there's a 1 in front of that if there's nothing in front of there. When we do multiplication and division with this type of stuff, I need you to breathe and treat the numbers just like numbers. The only things that change here are what you do with the variables with exponents. So that was the whole point of this discovery activity before we're doing this practice worksheet. Is to know what we do when we multiply like variables with exponents, because we know how to multiply numbers. We know what 2 times 3 times 1 is. Okay, so you're going to multiply the numbers just like normal. The things with exponents are what's going to change. So let's just go ahead and try to work this out. I'm going to try to get a different marker here. Let's see if I'm pushing my luck today with there we go. Yeah, it's going to work. So what you're going to do first is you're going to multiply all the numbers. So we're going to do 2 times 3, and then clearly there's a 1 here. Okay, 2 times 3 times 1. Well, 2 times 3 is 6, and then 6 times 1 is 6. So the first part of your answer is going to be 6. So remember what I just said, you multiply the numbers just like normal. So you're going to multiply the numbers first, then worry about the things with exponents. Okay, so now let's look at this. All right, if we have a to the third times a, remember what we talked about. If there's no exponent on the a, what's really there? Well, there's really a 1 there, you all. So that's going to change things. So I need you to write a 1 there, just like we write a 1 in front. Now we need to start worrying about what is there when we don't have anything in the exponent. And that's going to be a 1 if we don't have anything there, okay? So we're going to have a to the third times a to the first times a to the third again. Well, that means we have 3 a's. And then we have another 1a, so that's 4. And then we have another 3 a's. So that is going to be 7 a's. So we have 6a to the 7th power. And we're going to circle and check mark that answer. And that's just your answer. That's it, you guys. So the main thing that I need you to take away, and you should have already figured this out on the discovery activity, is that when you multiply variables with exponents, you add the exponents together, not multiply. Okay, you don't do 3 times 1 times 3. No ma'am, no sir. We have 3 a's here, so that's 3 plus 1a, that's 4 a's, plus another 3 a's is 7 a's, and that's how we get a to the 7th. I know that's hard to wrap your head around, okay, but you're gonna multiply the numbers just like normal. But when you multiply the variables with exponents, you have to add the exponents, because you have 3 a's here, 1a here, and 3 a's here, and that's 7 in total. All right, so 6a to the 7th is going to be your final answer for that one. All right, so let me know if you have any questions about that problem. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do let's look at a good one. Okay, number 11. We're going to do number 11 together. So number 11 isn't the most crystal clear problem in the world, but we do need to talk about something really quickly. So this is division. So we're doing 2n squared divided by 3n to the third. So just like multiplication, you're going to worry about the numbers first, and then you're going to worry about the things with exponents. Then you're going to worry about the variables. So here's the thing though, can you do 2 divided by 3? No. So if it doesn't divide perfectly, you literally just rewrite it. Okay, that's just going to be 2 over 3. Okay, that's it. Because we can't divide 2 divided by 3. So your answer is just going to be 2 over 3, and then we're going to have to worry about this in a minute. Let's just talk about this. Let's just say that this was a 9 up here. Let's just say. It's not, but let's just say this was a 9 and not a 2. So if this was 9 divided by 3, then your answer up top would have a 3. Okay, and there wouldn't be a number on the bottom. So that's just something to be thinking about, and that's difficult, I know you all. But we're going to divide the normal numbers just like normal and then worry about everything over here. So 2 divided by 3 doesn't divide, so we're going to leave it as 2 over 3. All right, now let's worry about this stuff. So we have n squared divided by n to the third. So really we have 2 n's up here and 3 n's down here. So what I wanted you all to kind of gather from the discovery activity is that when the number is bigger on the bottom, we're not going to have anything on the top. Okay, so technically this is going to be a 1. Okay, technically. But another way to think about it is that if we have 2 n's on the bottom and if we have 2 n's on the top and 3 n's on the bottom, how many do I have left on the bottom? Okay, so think about that. So I'm hoping that you all were thinking 1. Okay, we only have 1 n on the bottom. We have 2 n's up here and 3 n's up here, down here. So also, whichever number is bigger, you subtract. Okay, that's really a big deal. When you divide variables with exponents, you subtract the exponent. So we have 3 minus 2. So you always want to start with the bigger number. So really, we have 1 n left on the bottom. So this, you all, is going to be your answer. 2 over 3 n. All right, so we have 2 over 3 from doing 2 divided by 3, and that didn't work. And then we had 2 n's on the top, 3 n's on the bottom. So we have 1 n left over on the bottom. Okay, and you can put you could put into the first here. You could not put into the first here. It doesn't matter. Okay, 2 over 3 n or 2 over 3 n to the first power. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, please let me know. This is not the easiest thing in the world. This is very difficult. And it does get harder. Okay, it does get harder, and I hate to disappoint you all on that, but it does get harder. So just let me know if you have any questions, okay? And it's totally okay if you do.